Well, good morning and welcome to the Hope Chronicles on Tuesday, the 14th of April. In my reading while we've been in lockdown, I've been indulging my interest in church history. And one of the areas I've been looking at is the great religious orders, the Benedictines, the Augustinians, the Dominicans, Cistercians, the Carmelites, and just trying to understand something of the life that they pursued. And what's interesting is you see people become as a postulant, a candidate for the religious orders, and then come in as a novice. In those first couple of years as a novice, there's this real inner reflection, not just on God, but on the person that they are. And you see them writing about things about themselves that they're not happy with. They kind of don't like themselves often. And I wonder if there's a similarity with you and me in lockdown at the moment, that we're kind of cloistered in our homes. And I wonder if that same deeper reflection is happening for you. It is for me. As we think about who are we as we seek to reach out to God. And it may be this morning that if you were honest with yourself, you would actually say, I'm not the person I want to be before God, not because you're not serving God in the way that you know that He would have you serve, or following His plan for Christian life, but because of something that inheres about yourself. That you may not like the fact you're so emotional, you're in tears all the time. I wish I wasn't like this. Maybe you're forgetful and you just keep forgetting stuff, appointments, and you're like, oh, how can I be any use to God when I'm like this? I can't remember anything. Maybe you just can't remember anybody's name, and if I cared for people, I'd be able to remember their name. Maybe it's you start things and then you can't finish them, and you feel really bad about that. Whatever it is there something about you that you feel bad about, and you feel it disables your ability to be all that you can be for God, and actually your own personal weakness or failing is something that God would actually reject, that you're less than others? Well, it might surprise you to know that the Bible paints a very different picture than that. Firstly, Genesis tells us that we are in the imago Dei, the image of God. You were created in the very image of God, in the form and substance that God wanted to represent on earth. His fingerprints are on you. And when He formed you, He didn't make mistakes. He made you as He needs you. Now, yes, there's some growing for all of us, but in your personal ways, your personal idiosyncrasies, God has formed you for a purpose. It may also surprise you to know that God doesn't just tolerate you, He actually delights in you. Let me read to you one of what's an amazing number of passages in the Bible that tells you that God really loves you and delights over you. This is from Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 17. The Lord your God is with you. He is mighty to save. He will take great delight in you. He will quiet you with His love. He will rejoice over you with singing. Yes, that's actually what it says. That you are doing your best to be the best that you can be before God. He so loves that God rejoices over you with singing. God Himself is singing about you this morning. So today, I want you to give yourself a break. Overlook your failings and your weaknesses. Know that the God of the universe loves you. Give yourself a pass today. And try and see yourself as God sees you. Try and feel that delight. And if you can, see if you can hear that singing, because that's your God who loves you singing over you today. Rejoice in that.